We have not done any assemblies so far, so if you try to do the assembly without watching the video, it's going to be pretty hard unless you have a very good memory, because we demonstrated this in class. We're not doing a part anymore, we're doing an assembly. So you can go to New and get to Assembly from there, or just click on Assembly from here. This is easier. Assembly. And the menu looks a little bit different here. Assembly is exactly how it sounds. You're going to put things together. And if you put things together in the wrong order or in the wrong spot, the overall project you're making does not work. So watch carefully and pause it if you need to catch up on your own. So don't place from Content Center. I don't know what that is. You have to go to Place. It means you're going to place your parts in this screen here. And you got to find that folder where you have all your stuff stored. So mine was the desktop and remote control parts. This is where all my stuff is, right in here. And the parts are all colored differently so you can tell them apart, so this goes easier. Start with your back piece and you open that up. And I don't know, well, this is zoomed in weird. Just click and it'll drop one of your parts. Now you can keep clicking and keep dropping as many of these as you want, but I only need one, so I can either right click and go OK or just click escape. And this is my back piece. The smartest thing to do is to right click on this right away and ground this. Go to grounded, and then this piece won't move. Your other pieces will move, but this won't. You're going to attach all the other pieces to this part right here. So next I'm going to place my bottom, and it's pretty important that you do these in order. It should default to the folder you were just in, the bottom. Okay. And you click there and you notice that it's not lined up right. That's okay. Escape to get out of there because I only want one. There's a button here called Free Rotate. If you click on it, click on your part, you should be able to rotate your part so the bottom is facing somewhat the right direction. Doesn't need to be perfect, but the bottom is going to go right onto there. So now we're going to constrain the parts together, and that's a fancy word for we're going to stick the parts together, and of course you got to do it in the right order in the right spot. Constrain is right up here, and you have to understand the difference between these two constraints right here. This mate constraint is the one we're in. One of them is going to stick the parts to each other so they're facing each other, and then the other one's going to put them side by side, which is a flush. And if you mess these two up, you're going to have major problems. So let's do the mate one first. The mate, here's how it works. You click on the part, the first part that you want to stick to the other part. So I want to stick this part, and then you got to rotate. I want to stick that to the face of this. And you got to click back on here after rotate. There to there usually makes a weird little sound, and apply it. And let me show you what that did. So all it did was it stuck that part together. It's not in the right place right now, obviously, but it's stuck to that. So no matter what, these two are stuck together. I can slide it off of there. They're on the same plane. Okay, so they're not necessarily stuck together yet. But if we constrain them 3 places, they will be stuck together. So the other constraints are the flush ones, which mean you want, like this edge and this edge, we want it to be flush. We want to be the same. So we click on this, and we want that and that to be the same. Apply. And I'm not going to do this for everyone, but I'm going to X off here. Now it only moves up and down that one plane because it won't move back and forth anymore. I'm trying to get it to move back and forth and it doesn't. So the obvious thing I need to do is constrain the bottom. And this will be a flush. So constrain, flush command, boom, boom. Apply. This should not move at all. It's stuck. It's constrained in 3 places. You have to do this different to your different parts. I'm going to do this with all my parts. It's a little bit trickier than that on some of the pieces, but it's very similar. So next piece that goes on is the front. Place my front piece right there. I always stick it close, and constrain. The first constraint is the mate. You don't have to do this in order, but the constraints in order, but this is how I do them. So I stick this one to, I rotate it. Remember, you got to rotate it and then click back on it to this one, apply, and then I flush the side, flush, apply. Don't forget to click apply. I rotate and I flush mount the bottom. Flush, apply. This should not move now. X out of there. Nope, it's stuck. Okay, the middle piece, it's similar, but it's a little bit tricky because you have to get it in the middle. So when you do a constrain, let me get my part out first. Place, middle, open. I'll set it over here for now. Escape. We're gonna constrain this to the face first of all. So I'm gonna go constrain, and the same one. That part to, click back on here, that part, apply. And I'm also gonna flush the edge. So there to there, apply. Now here's my problem. It might look like it's in the middle, but it's moving right now. So we have to get it dead center. And the way that you do that is you offset your constraints. So you go to constrain. It's not much different, but the offset button is right here. So you're going to use the first one, and you have to highlight this. And I always got to look, I'm double checking my drawing. It's a 1.719 offset. Kind of weird. So it's going to mean this and this are 1.79 inches apart, and then these will be too. So I just have to do this once. I go offset, I type that in, click on the front edge of that, rotate it, click back here, click on the back edge of that, apply it, see if it moves. It shouldn't. It's stuck. If you really want to double check to see if you did it right, you can click on your right view. There's a tool, there's an eraser tool up here where you'll inspect it, or not an eraser, a distance tool. And it'll show you, click, click. Okay, it gives you, that's 1.719. And then I'm going to try this one, click, click, 1.719. So I did it right. So they're the same. All I got to do is stick on my sides now. So I go back to my assemble. And of course I have to place the side in there before I do it. Doesn't matter. It's facing the right side, so I'm going to put that one in first, but it doesn't really matter. Click that, escape. I'm going to constrain, and I have to mate this one. Click to the back, click, apply. And so right now it is stuck to that side. You can see it's not in the right place. I'm going to flush it to the back. So back is flush with the back, apply. And then this one, you have to, there's probably easier ways to do it, but easiest way for me is to slide this piece up in the air because it's even with that plane or down here. So I'm going to slide it way up in the air. And what you want to do is you want to constrain, you want to mate this edge right here, this top edge, to this side right here, that side, and then apply it. And then this is in the right spot. Okay, so that's stuck on there the way it should be. All I got to do is stick my other side on there and I'm good. So left side, place, left side, open, click, escape, constrain, mate, there to there, apply, rotate it, flush the back, flush, flush, apply. I'm going to slide this off again. Maybe you don't like that, but I think it's easiest to do. And constrain, mate again, that edge, it's not the side edge, I should say, to this edge right here. Apply, X out, home. I am done. This is fully assembled. So we just got to print things out and then make one for real.